Oh, sorry about that. Didn't see you. Me? I'm just playing a little bit of Oblivion. You want to see? Okay, fine. Sure, no problem.
Hello, Outlander.
Cyrodiil, Mage's Guild, to protect and serve the Empire with the powers that we wield. Take up your magic staff and set off riding through the hills. Tonight the evil Nanamarco's blood shall you spill. From Ruma to Blavil you go, teaching right from wrong. You've a motherfucking death wish if you fuck with someone from Cyrodiil, Mage's Guild, the might of our magic, the power of our will. I used to be a weakling, just a pussy level 3. But now I'm the Archmage of the Arcane University. No longer do I fear rats, clampirs, and nix hounds. I'm hard as rock with a magic cock, and have been since I found Cyrodiil, Mage's Guild, ghetto sorcerer pimps with badass player skills. I've trained in restoration, alteration, alchemy. I'm a maxed out gangster warlock with 412 HP. By night I battle evil in some necromancer's lair. By day I ride through forest glens, pissing off the bears. Cyrodiil, Mage's Guild, too fucking tough for armor. We wear silk and ropes and frills. 70 damage on target and 90 damage on touch. The robe of infinite wisdom and the blade of fuck you up. I eat all of my victims and do shits the size of trains. My breakdown skills are fucking whacked out, untold off the chain. It's not always been this way. I once thought sorcerers were gay. The Fighters Guild I followed, but they were a bunch of chudes. So I found my true home with the magical tomes.
And the bloody nice young fellas here are
Cyrodiil, Mage's Guild. In the last minute alone, I've made 50,000 kills. We've ridden from South Leawind to reach the northern plains. Oh shit, I forgot to recharge my items. No, fuck, I have to go back. By day we slay the Daedra, and by night we rock and roll. We're OGSOBs, but we respect our Elder Scrolls. We're so fine and fucking mighty, the 95 just hide in fear. We're like Neo and Solid Snake combined with 80s Richard Gere. If like my brethren and I, you wish to become skilled, just pay your first month's fees and join a Cyrodiil Mage's Guild.
Hello, Brain Surgeon here, and this is my remake of the Mage video. I'm remaking this video because I feel that the first one was kind of bundled up, and I was planning on making it into a two-parter. That's why I left out a lot of information, but I'm going to try to cram more information into this one really quickly. So let's get on really quickly to the race. For a mage character, it's harder decision than an archer or warrior character because there are two good races. There's the Breton and there's the High Elf. I chose the Breton, and the advantages with each one, I'm going to start with the Breton. The Breton has a resistance to magicka plus 50%, and the reason you care a lot about that is because if you're going for the Apprentice Burst sign, which gives you 100 points more to your magicka, it also has a drawback of giving you weakness to magicka for 100%. So that plus 50 with the Breton racial bonus absorbs some of that weakness to magicka, so it only is weakness to magicka for 50%. Now the High Elf, on the other hand, gets plus 50 more points to their magicka, to their mana pool, but they have a drawback themselves. They have a 25% weakness to frost, fire, and shock, so that's not a good thing to combine with weakness to magicka, which is with the Apprentice Burst sign. So if you're using a High Elf and you're using the Apprentice Burst sign, you've got to be really wary of magicka. but this won't affect you if you're duping. Like, this character is a glitched character. It's on the PS3, so I'm not cheating, I'm using glitches. But if you have 100% reflect spell, then Magicka doesn't hurt you in the first place. This is a duped character, so I have 107 reflect damage and 100% reflect spell. So I can't be hurt by magic in the first place. So if you are going to use glitches, then I recommend the High Elf if you're using glitches. If you're not, I recommend the Breton. But this is on the PS3 version, so I can't use cheats on this one. Which I usually don't use cheats anyway, but I will use glitches. Now, I recommend for gear is you want to save. This is really important, and a lot of players don't realize this when they start the game. They don't realize how valuable an item the bracers really are. But the bracers are one of the most valuable items in the game if you're playing a mage, and I'll explain why in a moment. Normally, players will equip gauntlets for their wrists, and that makes it so you can't equip these. But gauntlets reduce your spell effectiveness. Any type of thing that gives you armor will reduce your spell effectiveness. But the bracers aren't considered armor, so they're the only things that won't take away your spell effectiveness, but still allow you to put an enchantment on them. So when you first start the game and you want to play as a mage, you want to save your bracers, put them in the bank or something until you can enchant them with Magicka. So make sure you save those bracers. Also, I want to hit a point here. You see that I'm wearing a robe. I recommend not wearing a robe when you are first starting the game. Until you find Mankar Cameron's robe, because a robe does have disadvantages with it. The number one disadvantage, actually the only disadvantage, is that it takes up two places where you can wear armor. If you're using enchanted shirt or enchanted pants, then you won't have to worry about the robe. You won't have to worry about the robe. So until you find Mankar Cameron's robe, then just wear shirt and pants, because that won't take up as many armor wearing places, and so you can wear more enchantments. So it's extremely important. I shouldn't have to say, this is self-explanatory. Do not wear any type of armor whatsoever, because that will reduce your spell effectiveness. And if you're playing a pure mage character, you do not want to reduce your spell effectiveness, because that is your bread and butter. Always keep a shield equipped, okay? You always get the bonus from the shield enchantment, even if you don't get the armor bonus. And a lot of new players don't realize this. But unless you equipped a one-handed weapon, you will still get the bonus from the shield. So, I'll explain what I mean in a second. My spell effectiveness is at 100%, and I still have a shield equipped. I have nothing else. No other items are equipped in my hands except the shield. But I still have 100% spell effectiveness, but as you can see, my armor is 0. But I still get that reflect spell, 30% on self. When I equip the sword, sorry about that. When I equip a sword, you can see my spell effectiveness went down by 12%. That's not good. I got the armor from the shield, but my spell effectiveness went down by 12%. So that's not good. I can unequip it, but and so when I unequip the sword, I still retain my shield, and I may not have the armor anymore, as you can see, but I still get the thing from the Spellbreaker. I still get that awesome enchantment that came with it. So that's extremely important. You always want to have a shield on, even if you're not using a one-handed weapon. Even if you don't use shields, you still get an awesome enchantment from it, depending on how good your enchantment is. So always, always, always keep a shield equipped.